This is Chris Martinez for Sonoran Desert Institute, and today we're going to talk about um, reaming a shotgun barrel for a choke on a Remington A70. So, doing a little looking, a lot of 870s come with factory chokes pre-installed, but we're going to assume that there is not one in this. So, the first step I would choose is to take the gun, clear it, make sure there's no ammo or anything in the chamber, anything in the magazine tube. Um, then disassemble the gun, and well, what I want to do is remove the barrel. I'll be more specific. Um, so once we have the barrel removed, everything will be cleaned thoroughly, and then we will take measurements. And our first measurement will be the outside diameter of the barrel. And so with the 12 gauge, the minimum outside diameter is a 0.825 inches. And then we will measure the inside diameter of the barrel, and that inside measurement is right behind the where the choke will be. That will tell us the thickness of the barrel and allow us to assess if the barrel is thick enough to accept a choke. So once we have that figured out, then we will take our reamer, and we will put a barrel seating spacer on it, and that will be put onto the reamer to the point where it can't go any further due to the reamer's thickness becoming too big. And then we'll measure a pilot and pull this down here. And the pilot, I know this isn't the right kind of barrel, but this will be for an example. The pilot will fit just perfectly in the actual barrel, not a muzzle device. In the actual barrel to the point where it won't wiggle. It will fit snug, but it will still turn freely. And what that will do is basically be a guide for the reamer. So one, the reamer doesn't go too far into the barrel, the muzzle of the shotgun, and two, so that it stays concentric, perfectly centered. So the reamer will need to continuously be turned in the same direction and never reversed and backed out, as it could damage the reamer. The process to get it out is to keep turning it and pull it out as if you were still going forward. But the reamer should be moving pretty freely by that point. After this, you will. And personally, I'll be using a lathe to do this. So the lathe will be centered, the barrel will be stuck in with the muzzle end sticking out of the lathe, and then sorry, I had that backwards. The tool will be on the lathe, and the barrel will be on the tailstock, and the barrel will be muzzle end towards the tool sticking out of the lathe. So the lathe will be turning at a very slow rate, and it will go into and cut the muzzle end of the barrel. And once that's complete, the lathe will continue turning as you back it out of the barrel, and then you will need to put the barrel into a barrel vise, and from there you will get a tap. One sec. A tap handle, which will be a much larger version of this, which is like this, but it's about this big, and you will tap the threads because it cuts. Well, can't really see that, but it'll cut threads as it's turned. So as it's in the barrel, you will cut the threads for the choke with that, and then this will be turned the opposite way to get it back out. The whole time you're cutting or reaming, you will be constantly oiling the tools, and you'll be using a brush to remove any chips or debris that may come up. But once that's complete, the barrel should be ready to accept a different choke. You're looking at an improved shotgun choke, which is a 35 to 50% choke, and that will screw right into the muzzle after you have it threaded and ready to go. So the other thing to get at is putting a rib on a shotgun, and I don't have a handy shotgun, but here's a BB gun, and it has a smooth barrel to give me something to show you an example on. So what you'll end up doing is you'll take the barrel and you will polish down, basically removing the blue completely from any of the points in which the ribs are going to make contact with the barrel. The points of contact on the rib rail, you will basically do the same. You'll polish them up and make them really clean, and then you will have the barrel removed. I would prefer to have the barrel removed from the gun. Have the barrel removed from the gun, and you will solder each point onto the barrel. I just think it would make it easier to work with, manipulate the position of the barrel so that it'd be easier to solder, but you will solder each point to the barrel. And after that, you'll have to add some blue back to the gun if you made any extra polishing mistakes. But yeah, that's all.